Postmortem. Unknown John or Jane Doe. Disinterred May 30th, 2003, approximately 8 p.m. Body appears to be shrouded in blue plastic garbage bags and bound with duct tape. I will now remove the shroud.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I don't think I can see this.
Katie. Maybe we should go after her.
Well, I don't blame her for not wanting to watch.
Okay, can we get on with this, please? Thank God. Amen to that.
Marco? Do you know this man? Marco? Do you know who this man is?
This is how it's going to play out. I'm going to call the INS and tell them that you, a visitor to our country, have threatened one of our U.S. citizens. And given the current political climate, you ought to find yourself back in Australia in about 72 hours. Oh, I'm sorry, Evelyn. Just identifying bodies is my least favorite part of the job.
Mine too, usually. But the fact that this isn't Carly, it's an incredible relief. I'll say. Katie's probably wondering what's going on. I'm going to tell her the news.
No identifying characteristics, no birthmarks, no tattoos.
Oh, we can still get fingerprints, can't we?
It's doubtful when the hands are that badly decomposed.
Well, I can check the missing persons files. Maybe I can come up with a matching description.
Good. Keep me posted.
Yep.
You know who that is, don't
She
you?
was part of the shoot. Simon had me bring him in one time. Charges didn't stick. You hauled him in too, right?
Yeah, for threatening Katie, but he had a ticket back to Australia that night, so I let him go.
Yeah, obviously he didn't make it. Think Simon had anything to do with it?
I don't know. I know I should have said something to Evelyn, but technically Simon is still my brother-in-law. And Katie's been hurt so much already. I mean, if she finds out that Simon might have been involved in a murder, what's that going to do to her, Jack?
I understand. Hey, listen, if you want to forget that we know the guy, I'll keep my mouth shut.
I don't know what to do. I mean, how could I know what to do until I know what really happened? I do know someone who can clear this up in a heartbeat, though.
You're still worried about Carly, aren't you? You know what? I have the best feeling that wherever she is, she's all right.
Why hasn't she called?
Because she knows people are going to ask questions, and she probably still hasn't figured out the answers.
Yeah. Maybe you're right, but that's not going to stop me from worrying about her.
It's not just about the baby, is it? You really care about her.
Carly's a part of my life. Couldn't stop caring about her even if I tried.
Yeah, I know exactly what that feels like.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any bad memories.
Oh, you mean Simon?
It's like you were thinking about it.
I think about Simon all the time. But he's not coming back, and I have finally made peace with that.
No, you haven't. Not even close.
This will all be in my memoirs. We found Bartleby shears out at the old mill earlier. Dead, buried, wrapped in plastic.
Really? Oh, that poor man.
Do you have any idea how he might have died?
Me? No.
Save it for somebody else, Henry. We all know that Bartleby was connected to Simon Fraser. We think you were in a position to know just how connected.
Meaning what?
Did Simon have anything to do with his death?
No. What? Absolutely not. What? Simon and Bartleby, they're old buddies back from Australia, right? I mean, you don't shoot an old buddy, do you? It doesn't make any sense.
We didn't tell you he was shot.
Did I say shoot? I meant kill. He didn't kill anybody. Simon didn't kill anybody, okay? Are we done here? Because I have a date with a jeweler to get a new battery for my watch.
Henry, we need the truth. For Katie's sake. If something horrible happened, she deserves to know.
No, she doesn't. Simon didn't want her to... Yeah, okay, what's the point here? Yeah, he did it.
God.
He didn't have any choice, Margot. It wasn't murder. He didn't have a choice.
Happened.
Look, he found Bartleby outside the cottage, and... Margot, he had a gun pointed at Katie's head right through the window, okay? They struggled. He would have killed Simon in a heartbeat. Somehow Simon got hold of the gun, and it was self-defense, right? He didn't have a choice.
Were you there? Were you?
No. Simon told me about it later. I helped him get out of town, okay? He must have buried the body at the mill sometime before he left.
Well, why didn't he come to the police?
Because Bartleby told him that if Simon got the police involved, that his associates would kill Katie. That's why he got out of town the way he did. Simon would do anything to keep Katie from getting hurt.
So everything that he said about not loving her anymore was all a lie.
That's not my place to say. All I do know is that Simon did not leave town because he wanted to.
I gotta tell Katie.
No, you don't.
No, Simon still loves her. She needs to know.
No, detective, please. If word gets out that Bartleby was killed here in Oakdale, his associates will be here in seconds. They'll go after Katie first, and maybe some other people, too.
I'm sorry, this is far too important, Henry. I can't sit on this.
Please, Margot, please, Katie, I haven't had a lot of friends in my life, okay? I haven't, but Katie, it comes as close as anyone. And if you think it has been a joy to watch her heart get shredded here, you are mistaken. I've wanted to tell her about this 1,000 times. But the bottom line is, people, the bottom line is here that Simon is not coming back, not ever. And the best thing for Katie right now is that we leave things the way they are.
You know, I'm going to think about this. Thank you for coming and talking to us, and you can leave anytime.
Not a word about this to anybody. You got that, Henry?
Not a syllable. The issue is dead. That's a bad choice of words.
You got the message. Just keep your mouth shut. You all right?
No. I have no idea how I'm supposed to deal with this.
No, I got one. You want to hear it? If you do exactly what Henry said, we forget everything he just told us.
You're still worried about Carly, aren't you? You know what? I have the best feeling that wherever she is, she's all right.
Why hasn't she called?
Because she knows people are going to ask questions, and she probably still hasn't figured out the answers.
No. Maybe you're right, but that's not going to stop me from worrying about her.
It's not just about the baby, is it? You really care about her.
Carly's a part of my life. Couldn't stop caring about her even if I tried.
Yeah, I know exactly what that feels like.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any bad memories.
Oh, you mean Simon?
It's like you were thinking about it.
I think about Simon all the time. But he's not coming back, and I have finally made peace with that.
No, you haven't. Not even close.
You're telling me how I feel about Simon? It's a pretty damn good trick since you didn't even know him.
Look, from what you've told me, you two were happy and in love. And in a space of a few days, it just ended. Without one word from him that made any sense to you. Now, I don't think you get over that in a couple months. And I think you're kidding yourself if you think you do.
Sometimes I get so mad at him, I just want him to come back so I can yell at him. To me, we had everything. We had love and respect, and we knew how to have fun together, and he just turned his back on everything. I thought we'd be together forever. You know, I had that stupid blind faith you have when you're a little kid, when you have no doubt in your mind that everything beautiful will be there forever. I gave him everything. My heart and soul, and he just threw it away like some stupid magazine he was done reading.
That hurts when you think you know someone and they end up surprising you.
Oh, yeah, Simon surprised me all right. Not quite over that part. But I meant what I said. I really have made some sort of peace with it.
Depends on what you mean by peace.
Well, the crying part's over. I've done enough of that to last a lifetime.
But you still miss it.
Sometimes. Not as much as I did. Less and less every day.
That's something.
Yeah. To me, Simon was this fantasy come to life. But in the end, I realized that I was completely wrong about everything about him. He didn't really love me. He didn't, or he wouldn't have hurt me like that. He wasn't strong and brave. He was selfish and shallow. And you know what? I finally see that now. I mean, if any good comes from this, then that's what it is, you know? I finally see Simon for who he was. And I can finally let him go. Without any regrets.
Man, I certainly don't want to see Katie get hurt, but I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe if she really feels she's never going to see him again, why rock her world, especially when she's moving on with her life?
Exactly.
So, Bartleby just remains unidentified?
No, we mark his case file unsolved. We'll get him in the ground as fast as we can.
You know, Jack, I've known you a long time. You've always played by the book. You never cut corners. And now you're asking me to walk away from a homicide because it might make my sister uncomfortable. What happened? I mean, what changed while I wasn't looking, huh?
Margot, for every guy out there who puts in an honest 8 hours and takes pride in the fact that his mortgage gets paid on time, there's a Stembeck and a Bartleby Shears. People who break the law over and over again and get away with it over and over again.
Yeah, well, the system doesn't always work, Jack, but it's all we've got.
I'm not talking about abandoning the book. I'm just saying use it when you can, but if you can't, I'll find a better way to get the job done.
Does this have anything to do with Carly?
Carly and I have been together and not together for years. We're finally married. And now, assuming she's still alive, she left town without telling me. I can't make that all her fault, Margot. Some of it's mine. So, I'll change. I'll try something else. Anything that'll bring her back to me.
Come on, Jack. Carly did not disappear because of you.
Oh, you don't know that, Margot, and neither do I. But just in case you did, I've been taking a good hard look at myself, trying to figure out what I did wrong.
Wrong? You've been nothing but good to her. Carly's a very difficult person.
No, believe me, I know that. Oh, come on, Margot. You don't think I know how people see us? Carly's the wild, impulsive kind, and I'm Mr. G-Man, Mr. Straight down the middle. And for a long time, I thought the differences would make life interesting for us, but I don't think that works anymore. I don't want to be your conscience, Margot. I want to be someplace in between, in some comfort zone that works for both of us.
Obviously, you've been thinking a lot about this.
Well, that's why I didn't report what I knew about Barbara's kidnapping. Hey, 6 months ago, I never could have done that.
All right, I get what you're saying about the rules, but Jack, you've got a human body in the morgue there. And I have information about how he died. As an officer of the law, I don't think I can negate that obligation. And then there's Katie. She's been thinking all this time that her husband never loved her. Don't you think she deserves to know the truth?
Is that going to make her happy? She stays in mourning forever.
Hey, guys. Mike told me the good news. Thank God it wasn't Carly's body. I am so relieved for you, Jack.
Yeah, everyone is.
So Mike said it was a man. Do you have any idea who it is?